Hello, everyone. This is Group 4. My name is Jose Martinez. I'm the captain of this group. My co-captain is Joshua Quinones, and our members are Melina Perez, Christopher, and Mayan. So our company name is Your Mind. Our motto is Your Health, Our Priority. So we'll go over a quick table of contents of what we'll discuss in this presentation. So first, we'll start off with our introduction, where we'll discuss the project, proposal, and the plan. Then we'll go ahead and do the mission statement, go over our Gantt chart, our SWOT analysis, show you guys our decision table, and finally, we'll end it off with a site showcase. So to introduce Your Mind, we are a therapist connection platform. So we filter and find the perfect therapist for you. We offer online booking so you can meet with your therapist on site and online. We also offer mindfulness classes, which are mental health focused classes for groups. And we offer ease of access and use. So both patients and therapists will have an easy time navigating the site. Some of our core values are that we are privacy first. So sensitive data is only shared between the therapist and the clients. As you can imagine, that's extremely important for the kind of work that our site will do. And also, we are a nonprofit, so we prioritize our users, and site maintenance is ensured through the therapists we host on our site. Our market analysis showed us that there's a problem that we have to solve, which is that therapists isn't readily available, making it scary to get started. Our target market is, of course, individuals who seek therapy, such as teens, adults, professionals, and also licensed therapists who would like to host their services and find new clients. Our advantage is that we have a lower cost since we're hosted online. We don't have an office, so we don't have to deal with the overhead of having employees come in and taking care of a building. And we also offer recommendations supported by AI to better tailor the therapists who will be working with our clients. And of course, we offer a secure platform, and we also are very flexible with the way we accept payment. So now I'll pass it on to one of my teammates to go over the mission statement. Sorry about that, guys. I'll be doing mission statement. So, what is our purpose? So, our purpose is to make mental health support more accessible, efficient in a secure and user-friendly environment. Now, I'll pass it on to um May and Ye,
Yes.
so she can do our Gantt chart.
Okay. We using Gantt chart to schedule our task. Please next slide. Um, Jose? Yes. In this Gantt chart, the link column lists every phase and every task. The duration tells how many working days we need. Start and finish shows the exact days and times. Parentheses shows which task must be finished before the next one can start. Our Gantt chart outlines the project timeline from April the 21st to June the 9th, breaking tasks into 5 phases, like the brainstorm, create charts, feedback, data, flow diagram, and presentation. Next slide, please. Um, Jose, next slide. And the Gantt chart, this is the Gantt chart timeline visualization. The red bars are normal tasks. The black bars are summary phases. The arrow connects each task to its predecessor, and the chart starts on 21st April on the left and ends on the 9th June on the right. And the thick black arrow shows the critical path. The chart keeps us aligned and highlights the overlapping tasks for efficiency. And now I will pass it to Christopher.
Thank you so much. Next slide, if you don't mind. So, as a group, we took a step back and decided to talk about our strengths, weaknesses, some opportunities, and some threats that we will be seeing. So, some of our strengths include us being a team of programmers. We can ensure that the backend of the website works properly. We are also younger demographics, so we can understand the younger audience that we are targeting a lot better. And also, like as Jose mentioned before, as being an online business, we save money on a physical office space. Some of the weaknesses that we can have is that we lack psych knowledge that we can fix through talking to some of the people that we license on our site. Marketing could also be an issue since we don't have any uh, practice or anything learned on that just yet. And maintenance could be a problem having both therapists, external third parties, and our clients on the site. Some opportunities that we can have is that, as mentioned before, we also do want to host other mental awareness and mental wellness events on the sites, so people can approach us to host their mental wellness events on our site. Also, we can increase our reach to other audiences by offering different language options. And some of the threats that we can face are there are a few other established businesses similar to us, however, not exactly like us. So getting people to switch over to us, getting the first batch of customers to start trusting us, can be a problem before they can start recommending us to other people. And I'll pass it on to Melina for the next part.
Okay, this is our decision table. So this helps us understand the logic behind how users interact with their website and what actions the system will take in response. So this table outlines 5 different user scenarios based on 4 key conditions. So the questions prompted would be number 1, account created, number 2, intake form completed, number 3, therapist available, and number 4, client agrees to terms. So each column represents a different combination of these conditions labeled 1 through 5. And based on the user status in each condition, the corresponding actions are taken, which are allow booking, show complete intake, show therapist unavailable, and finally, show rated terms. So for example, in the first scenario, all conditions are satisfied, so the user would be allowed to book an appointment. But in scenario 2, although the account is created and the therapist is available, the intake form is not completed. So the system would then ask the user to complete intake before proceeding. And then now, as the fifth scenario shows, let's say, oh, go back. Now, the fifth scenario shows, let's say the client agrees to every other condition and there is a therapist available, but the user hasn't agreed to the terms. So instead of allowing booking, they would then be prompted to do that first before continuing. Okay, and now moving on. This uses the same logic as a table, but it's just a little easier to follow visually. So of course we start with the account created question, and if no, it would then immediately show complete intake, and if yes, it would go down the tree asking all the other following questions that the system would prompt the user. As I said, it has the same logic as a table, but it just offers a more visual perspective. Okay, and now we can move on to the data flow diagram.
Okay, I will take up the diagram. The diagram data flow diagram consists of some level of diagram. Here we present 2 levels of diagram, which is a context diagram and a level 0 diagram. In this slide, it shows the context diagram. It provides a high-level overview of a system, showing its interactions with key external entities, clients, therapists, the Zoom meeting system, and the admin. Clients submit appointment requests and receive detail like a Zoom link. The therapist accepts requests and also receive detail like Zoom links. And the system integrates with the Zoom for virtual sections. Admins oversees therapists, profiles, and system operations like sending a link. This highlights the system boundaries and the primary data flow. Next slide, please. Here we break down this is the level 0 DFD. Here we break down the system's core process. First, clients register login and request appointments. Therapists accept, reject booking with details stored in the database, and the Zoom link are generated and sent by the admin to both clients and therapists. The admin manages the profiles and the authentication, protecting the privacy of the clients. Data flows show how information moves between processes, ensuring seamless coordination between clients, therapists, and Zoom. Okay, now, Jose, please take us to Joshua.
Okay, so now I will do our site showcase. You guys see?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, so this is our site, YourMind. This is our home page where we have a little bit about us, our services, and what our members say. It's customer testimonial. Um, so here we come to the therapy page where users are allowed to book a session. Right now, everything's entered manually, but this is ideally where users would create therapy sessions. Next, we move on to the mindfulness page where users can register for mindfulness classes. And there's different types, such as there would be different types, such as meditation, yoga, and breathing. So of course, for users to sign up for the classes, they have to create a account. One of our feedbacks that we had received was to add a blog area to our site for search engine optimization. So that's what we decided to add. Here, verified users can create blog posts. Here's just one example, one that I have created. So then we have our login and register pages. On our register page, we have a bit of a privacy disclaimer so that people know that we're not abusing their information. So once we sign in, we have the ability to create therapy sessions. Here I have one example created. We can register for mindfulness classes, and we can create new blog posts, title, summary, content, and it can have a featured image. This is my account information where users would be able to see what mindfulness classes they've signed up for, as well as what therapy sessions they've signed up for. And so this is my admin account. So I have the ability to view all the accounts and verify which ones are allowed to make blog posts. So this was just the first way of making sure not anyone can just create a post. And yeah, that is our site. Thank you.
Share my screen.